this is somewhat rude.
Why is it rude? Excuse me, don't
This is a
don't
private
touch me.
event. This is an arena event. You were not invited. You did not identify yourself when you
I saw you at the front, ma'am. You checked my name.
Yes, you checked your name, but I didn't know you were Rebel News.
You may not comment in a disrespectful way or interrupt anybody.
What did I say that was disrespectful?
Like that.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in North Toronto, and I am with journalist legend Sue-Ann Levy, and we are outside the Borochov Cultural Centre. And the reason why we're here is that just minutes ago, folks, we were going into the synagogue here to take in a form on anti-Semitism. Now, I registered along with my cameraman, and Sue-Ann registered, so we weren't crashing anything. We were originally welcomed in with open arms. Somebody even said, have a cookie. Well, we sat down, and then this happened.
We promised the speakers that there would be no unauthorized media here tonight.
Oh, no, I've registered, ma'am.
Yeah, we know you registered, but you didn't register as a media outlet.
The presenters are very uncomfortable.
We're just trying to respect the wishes of the speakers. We committed to them that there would be no unauthorized media here tonight.
So what are authorized?
Who is authorized, by the way?
Been somebody who had come to us and registered as a media outlet.
Ma'am, I did. I registered myself and my cameraman right here.
Register as Rebel News, as media.
Well, why else would I be here?
I don't know.
But why
Registered with did not recognize your names.
the TDSB lady doesn't want us here either?
It's not either. It's they are feeling like we committed to them that this would be a safe space.
A safe space? Do you think I'm a danger?
With no unauthorized media.
Okay, who would be authorized media? CBC?
Somebody who called us up and said they would like to attend the event as a media outlet and record and report, and then it would have been our decision to allow or disallow.
But ma'am, you said that us being here would be unsafe? How are we going to do anything?
So we can't listen to what she has to say? Is that what you're saying?
No, but we literally just wanted to have a peaceful conversation. I do feel specifically from you that this is a very aggressive interaction.
I'm just sitting here asking polite questions, ma'am.
But we want to have a conversation with you, the person.
This is somewhat rude.
Why is it rude? Excuse me, don't
This is
don't
a
touch
private
me.
event. This is an arena event. You were not invited. You did not identify yourself when you
I saw you at the front, ma'am. You checked my name.
Yes, you checked your name, but I didn't know you were Rebel News.
It says right on my
You
shirt.
had a strap handily across the logo.
Said Rebel News when he walked in.
I did not hear that.
Okay.
I did not hear that.
All
Could we
right.
ask you to leave?
Why?
Because our speakers are not comfortable with you.
Who are the speakers who are
You do
uncomfortable?
not need to know that. Our speakers are not comfortable with you here.
Who are you?
I'm the office manager for the congregation, and I'm asking you to please
And you wrote
leave.
me all kinds of nice things about joining. I wouldn't join your synagogue
I'm
if you paid me
delighted.
$1 million.
I had no
I'm a
idea.
member of Temple Emmanuel.
Wonderful.
Okay?
Wonderful.
You call yourself progressive? How dare you?
I'm fine with that.
Why do you want this form to be a secret to our viewers?
Could you stop?
Excuse me?
You're being so in your face.
No, I'm not. I'm just asking.
You are.
You're
Yeah, you're all ready to give me. I'm
Please don't
committed to
touch
make
my
a donation.
equipment.
You're already
Yeah,
all
you're right.
ready
I
to
shouldn't have
accept
done
my
that.
money.
Thank you.
In fact, you wrote me and asked me to make a donation. How dare you? How
Because
dare you?
members are asked to make a donation when they come
Okay,
to
but you
events.
kicked me out because I'm. Oh, so now you're going to call security? Oh my
Well,
God, you're
ask you
pathetic.
Kindly and politely.
No, I'm staying. Okay,
Are
you want to
planning
arrest me?
Are you planning on making a problem? Are you planning on?
Yeah.
Ma'am, you're making the
You're
problem.
making
You're
the problem.
you and your colleagues are saying it's unsafe.
I don't think we have a choice because I'm not sure they'll go on.
Okay, so we're done. We'll just let everybody know that we can go home.
Okay,
Thank you.
Go ahead.
all right, okay.
Go ahead, tell them.
We've all registered.
So Shelley Laskin is obviously afraid of us.
Okay.
She's afraid that maybe
Who is Shelley Laskin?
she is my trustee in St. Paul's, and she's been a terrible trustee, and she's actually enabled anti-Semitism in the board. I think she
How
has a
so?
lot of gall.
How so? How has she enabled anti-Semitism?
Anti-Palestinian racism 3 times. She goes behind the scenes and sends the Jew haters information about the people who speak. I've got a whole list of things that she's done.
You know, it's amazing because that riding of St. Paul's, I'm familiar with it. There's a heavy Jewish population there.
Extremely.
So what's going on here?
I think she's afraid of me. I think she's afraid I might ask some questions. I might criticize her. I might, whatever.
And so, did you see that one lady? She said, us being here, I'm paraphrasing, but it wouldn't make it a safe space. I mean, when I think of an unsafe space, I think of a downed hydro wire, right? Are they afraid of impolite questions?
I guess so. I guess so, or that we might, criticize them.
Yeah. But this is a forum on anti-Semitism. Wouldn't you want all media to say it loud, say it proud? And who is unauthorized media? And
Put that away.
No.
Then you can leave.
Okay, then under whose authority?
Mine.
Okay, well, I've registered for this event.
Okay, but registering without telling us that you are media and indicating to somebody that you plan to disrupt is completely
I'm not disrupting anything. It's you and your ilk that are disrupting us.
You may not comment in a disrespectful way or interrupt anybody.
What did I say that was disrespectful?
Like that.
Before we get into it, I just want to say that there be no recordings of any.
I'm just asking questions, Rabbi.
You're being obnoxious, Rabbi.
Because he's being obnoxious.
You're being obnoxious.
No, I am being formal and I'm being
I'm so glad I didn't get you to marry me 16 years ago.
What is going to be said here that you're ashamed of?
I promise you, we're not ashamed of anything.
Okay, then.
But there are people here
Okay.
who are not comfortable speaking when there's a public forum. And you do not have the right in our territory to record anything. You can turn that off right now. I promise you I'm going to have security ask you to leave.
All right. Get the security ask me to leave. All right. Okay.
David, Rebel didn't rent the room, did they?
No.
Did Ezra pay for the room?
No.
Okay. So you're here at someone else's meeting.
No, we were invited and we registered, sir.
Well, maybe uninvited.
Okay. I guess so. That looks inevitable now. What is going to be so secretive here? No.
It's not secretive.
Okay, then. Are you a security guard, sir? Can I see your security license, please? Thank you. Well, I understand this is a synagogue that is heavily left-leaning. This is the Yarosaks people that are here. And I just want to record it and film it and be absolutely 100%.
Now you're going to leave instead.
Oh, I have to leave or I'm going to be trespassed.
Well, why don't you just stay, turn it off, and
Why?
then something out?
Right. I mean, evidently us being here is creating an unsafe environment.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. I agree.
Well, thank you. I mean,
I 100%
it's like
agree with
hey, excuse me, ma'am.
But you know what?
All right, then. They're very handsy here, Just, I'm baffled.
I respect the work that you do for the community.
Okay.
I see you out there at the protests and shining a light on truth and on integrity and on the issues of anti-Semitism. So I was happy to see you here, and I was surprised at the controversy. But so I was happy to be here and to learn more because I care so much. But it's just confusing, and
Okay.
I believe in unity and openness. So this is just upsetting, but I'm sure.
Well, I'm glad to see somebody here believes in openness. Sue-Ann, please fill in our viewers. Actually, please fill in me. What just happened in there? We went in there to take in a forum on anti-Semitism, a topic that has never been more important in the here and now, given the shenanigans we've seen post October 7th, 2023. And suddenly we're told you're making things unsafe. You're making people uncomfortable. You are not approved media, whatever that means. What happened?
Well, I think it all boils down to the fact that Shelley Laskin, who is, I might remind your viewers, is no longer a trustee since the Ministry of Education has taken over the TDSB. Shelley Laskin did not want to speak while we were there. I think she's scared of us. I think that, she's lost her job as trustee, and the school board is the highest rated school board for anti-Semitic incidents. A recent report issued by Deborah Lyons, former envoy on anti-Semitism, showed that 39% of all the anti-Semitic acts in Ontario were committed at the Toronto District School Board. And 50 teachers, I might add, were involved in those anti-Semitic acts.
We heard about that, Sue-Ann, and it's disgraceful. Tell me something. This Toronto District School Board trustee, maybe she doesn't like us. Maybe she is super left of center. That's evident in her and how she has dealt with the issues. But on the topic of anti-Semitism, aren't we all on the same team?
I would say so. I mean, no one's fought for against anti-Semitism and put her life out there and put herself out there than I have. And you, honorary Jew and ally, you have been covering it nonstop.
Yes.
So, you know, it was crazy. Like you said, it's a Barbara Streisand effect.
Yes.
Why would you throw out two journalists who are sympathetic and want to get to the root of anti-Semitism, whether it's at the TDSB or elsewhere?
You know, this strikes me as the craziest synagogue I've ever been to, starting with Rabbi Goldfinger. Well, got a surname the same as a James Bond villain. But anyway, the idea that they wouldn't want a forum on anti-Semitism covered by unauthorized media, that's baffling to me. But this rabbi, she evidently doesn't believe in God. Can you square that circle for me?
Yeah, actually, she was one of the rabbis Denise and I reached out to 16 years ago. We've been married 16 years.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. To see if she would marry us. And she said, I'd be delighted to do that, but I don't mention the word God in the ceremony. And I said, well, thank you very much, but I'll move on to another rabbi.
Unbelievable. It's baffling. And it was hard to read the room. Certainly, I detected we had our supporters. Yeah. They were happy to see us. But there was a lot of angry people. And we were, first of all, Maurizio, my cameraman, and I, we were booted by security. You got to linger around for a little while, not much longer. Yeah. But you were dealing with some hostile people. What happened?
A gentleman behind me, and I got his name, he told me to get the F out of there. And and then he got really aggressive and started pushing at me. And I said, you're going to punch me? And his wife stopped him. It was Robert Horowitz is his name. Mm-hmm. And then the rabbi herself started pushing and shoving me. When I tried to take a picture of Shelley. Now, Shelley, the non-trustee, is everywhere online.
Of course.
You know, she's on Twitter. She has tons of pictures online. So I don't understand why a picture couldn't be taken. But she got really aggressive, this rabbi. And she's like right in my face and touching me and pushing me.
And I'm sorry, this might sound a little harsh. I think there was a great degree of what I would call self-hating Jews here.
Yes.
And for what we stand for, they don't like it for whatever reason. What say you?
I totally agree. This synagogue is the labor synagogue. It's known of being lefter than left. Rabbi Goldfinger is lefter than left. They call themselves progressive, but they're not the least bit progressive, judging by the behavior tonight. But I think there were a lot of people in that room who sympathize with the Gazans. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were out protesting or, putting crazy things on social media.
You know, Sue-Ann, you have been a legendary journalist, an investigative journalist, second to none, mostly for the Toronto Sun. Can you weigh in on where journalism is going right now? I mean, I would expect a muckraker like you, a proud Jew, would be welcomed in with open arms. But even at a synagogue in a highly Jewish area, you, much like me, we're considered media non grata. What's going on?
Well, I think that it's a very left-wing world. The mainstream media, the legacy media, as we call it, are very left of center. And those of us who are conservative, who call it like it is, even if we're fighting anti-Semitism, are frowned upon. And I'm a very, very proud Jew and a proud Zionist. And I would suspect some of those people in that room were anti-Zionists and are proud to say so. And the world is so screwed up right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just say that the left media, the legacy media, the way they've swallowed the Hamas party line, they should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. I'm so disheartened by the coverage and just picking up numbers from the Hamas hit ministry. I call it the Hamas Ministry of Truth on casualties. It's become ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. Yeah, a bunch of people that kill, bomb, rape, strangle babies. They wouldn't lie, would they? They wouldn't fudge the numbers about the number 10.
Not in the slightest. But it shocks me how many people have been indoctrinated by this propaganda.
Sue-Ann, one last question. Last week, on the eve of an important tariff trade deadline, our Prime Minister, Mr. Elbows Up, which, by the way, is a penalty in hockey, but never mind, announced we are going to recognize Palestinian statehood. I feel this is rewarding atrocious behavior. This is rewarding terrorism. And he knew Donald Trump wouldn't like it, and Donald Trump said so on Truth Social. I mean, you almost got to wonder, was Carney deliberately trying to skewer any kind of deal? Because I feel Brookfield Asset Management is running this country. Mark Carney's assets are, the lion's share are American. Why would he want Canada to do well? He wants America to do well. Is that what's behind this? Because Canada has never gone this far before. Your thoughts?
I don't trust the guy in the slightest. I think he's evil. I think he's demonic. And I think it's all about him and his future. It's certainly not about Canadians, and it definitely isn't about the Jewish people. And I called it before he got elected. I was skewered by people like this in this synagogue who thought he was going to be really good for Canada. And that goes back to what I said about indoctrinated sheep. And by the way, when I walked out, and I think when you walked out, they clapped. Most of these people clapped. Like the sheep in that room were unbelievable.
Sue-Ann, I couldn't have said it better myself. Indoctrinated sheep. You know, when I go home to my place in Richmond Hill, folks, I go up Jane and then make a right on Kirby. I go out of my way. It adds a few clicks to my drive. You know why I do it? It's to de-stress. There's a farm there, and there's all these sheep, all these little lambs, and I love them. I love sheep. But you know what? I never would want to be a sheep. You know why? Because first you get fleeced, then you get slaughtered. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, I know you love it when Rebel News brings you the other side of the story, although the people in this synagogue, they won't let us bring you the other side of the story this time, but that doesn't mean we're not going to stop trying. The thing is, we need your help. Unlike Mark Carney's trained SEALs in the mainstream media, we do not receive a nickel's worth of government funding. So can you do me a favor? Can you go to rebelfieldreports.com? That's rebelfieldreports.com, and if you're able to, kindly make a donation.